Hey guys, it's ilApogeo again. I've got another video today with some 2v2 footage with MauserTeleri. It's actually pretty good. It's a bunch of Kyber level play. It's MauserTeleri and myself versus Snowfire and MrRush. MrRush is not in Kyber, but he is pretty well leveled and he plays well. I'm sure he'll be in Kyber soon. We played 11 games and our record at the end was 5 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it, and I'll commentate over it for you guys. Right, so MauserTeleri is playing Vader, and I'm playing Callus versus Snowfire as Luke, with MrRush as Cassian. Right now we're just trying to see what they're gonna play first, so we're trying to conserve our energy but not make sure we're flowing too much. I play a probe droid top. Mauser plays I'm not quite sure what, but they respond with a Chewbacca. Okay, Mauser played a Sandtrooper and Afterbot. He's pushing with Stormtroopers. I think he's gonna lay down a push here. My probe droid is up top, just tanking their Chewbacca push. I drop a Stormtrooper mid to counter that push. Mauser drops a probe droid to counter the center push. Snowfire's in bottom lane with some units, and MrRush continues to deploy units middle and top. There's a tank top. I deployed Devorians and a rocket trooper to counter the tank. This beginning game I actually played with my 1v1 deck on accident, so the Devorians, I would normally have the Devorians, but the rocket trooper is not something I ordinarily have. There's a misplay right there. I let Snowfire take the health pack. I should have taken it even if I'm at full health, just to deny him the extra health. Mauser pulls in MrRush there and takes him out. We start a push with an AT-ST, and we support it with a Sandtrooper and Devorian Bladesman. Snowfire rushes in with his Luke. I'm going to get myself killed here. That's okay. We have probe droid stalling from a counter push, and I'll respond soon enough. They drop a light tank top, so I don't respond in time. The turret gets aggro. That was a mistake. You normally want to make sure that you can take the aggro, because you can heal up or you can die. Your health is in many ways regenerable, but the turrets do not regenerate, so you kind of want to preserve those, and they're really weak. Okay, so here we are. We have some chip on bottom tower. I drop an AT-ST bot. They drop a tank top. I'm going to drop Bladesman here to counter that tank, and I go in there also to put some DPS on it, so that tank is no problem. We get some more chip up the top, bottom tower, and we take the tower with my AT-ST that was dropped earlier. Oh, and I accidentally resized the window on accident. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we put a probe droid to stall bottom lane, and here we are stalling their center push with some Devorian Bladesmen. Vader dies, and Mauser dies to Cassian, and I'm about to die as well. Luke rushes in top, Snowfire rushes in top, and tries to deal a lot of damage, but I don't think he can get it in time, and we win the game. Just saved by the bell, really, saved by the clock. Alright, this is our second game, same opponents. Again, this video will be just 11 games between MauserTeleri, myself, and Snowfire and MrRush. All Team Instinct. It wasn't in-house, it's just no one else was queuing up this morning, so we had a good time playing against one another. So I actually selected my correct deck this time. I'm running my 2v2 deck, which has Deoxys in it. We actually do change our decks a couple times, Mauser and myself, as we play these to try to adjust to Snowfire and MrRush's gameplay style. We drop an ATST bot with Afra and Stormtroopers to support. I'm standing middle to be ready to respond to any kind of counter push. They have a massive wave up top, and that really does basically prevent any chip from going on. Snowfire rushes in. I was floating Elixir for a long time. That was just a mistake. I dropped a TIE fighter, and the probe droid clears out most of their wave, so we're okay. We're staying pretty right now. We didn't take too much damage. I'm really hurt. I take I guess I don't take the health. I die at Cassian. Vader pulls him in. I think he'll get him. Yeah, Vader gets Cassian. No problem. I respawn, so we're pretty much tied up right now. Minor damage on both of our bottom turrets. Here I am just regenerating Elixir. Their energy, I should say. That's a really bad habit. I should stop saying that. Alright, so I'm floating energy here. That's a bad mistake. We put Sandtrooper down. Mauser puts Stormtroopers down. We put Bladesman down to take on their tank. There's a tank top, which we miss, and yeah, that's my map awareness this morning was pretty bad, and that tank gets a lot of chip on that turret. And I don't remember if we win this game or not, but the general trend is when we lose games, it's due to the chip that a tank is able to get. And here you go, you see the tank basically takes the turret down by itself. Cassian kills me trying to defend it. I didn't even get any help off. My Dioxys bottom. Luke gets the health, or Snowfire gets the health pack again. Again, I make a mistake with in letting him do so. I drop an ATST bottom, try to even up the score. Right now, they're not winning quite yet, but I mean that they only have to like spit on that turret and it'll die. We take Cassian out. There you go. There's a sniper. That's going to take out the turret. So we're losing. We don't quite get that turret top with my ATST. So I drop Dioxys and then that probe droid should kill the remainder of the wave. Bladesman to counter the rest of the tank, but Snowfire is able to absorb the Bladesman and keep his tank alive a little bit longer. Cassian takes out Vader, and yeah, so this tank, this light tank really did do work for them. I tried a TIE fighter down that turret, and I dropped a Dioxys there. That's ineffective, guys. Don't drop a Dioxys on a turret. It doesn't do any damage to turrets. I just did it because, well, I was desperate, but we lost. So that's 1-1 so far. So far, MauserTeleri and I won the first game. MrRush and Snowfire won the second game. Right, here's game 3. Alright, so I start off with a little bit more of an offensive start. I got ATST and Stormtroopers in my hand. So I'm probably going to unload ATST right here. I unload it in top lane. Mauser unloads in ATST as well. We try double ATST. This may or may not work. Sometimes it's useful. They've got double Yeti top, so it may not work too well. Mauser aggroes one Yeti with his pull, and we take it down pretty fast, but the other Yeti does work. We are able to take down half a tower with our double ATST push. Sorry, excuse me. But they counter push very well, and again we fail to secure our own health pack. Snowfire is a very good Luke player. That's not really an excuse. It's not too hard to secure our health pack, but we just neglected to do so in the chaos of the game. Do so even if you're at full health, which we weren't even, so we really could have used it. But even if you're at full health, it's better to take that health pack when you don't need it than to give them the health pack when they need it. So we've got more damage on them right now. I think they've got a tank or a sniper. They got a sniper bot tower welling on us with Cassian's range advantage. I mean, it doesn't matter. The sniper will be out of range anyways. They've got double tank again. They've got massive push. Those tanks are great. As you can see, they're level 5 and 6 epics. They've got level 11 common. So this is actually a pretty good matchup. Mauser's level 9. His turrets. I'm level 10 for 1v1. So yeah, it's pretty good of a matchup. They have a strong push top lane here. I try to drop Devorian Bladesman to counter. I try to pull my my active on Luke to kill him, but it doesn't quite work. And it looks like we're going to lose this one as well. They really do a number on us and have a strong push with tanks and Igorans. So that was game 3. So at this point, we are 1 game for Mauser and Apogeo, and 2 games for Snowfire and MrRush. And this is game 4. Okay, again I have an ATST in my starting hand, so that's a pretty aggressive starting hand. I only have Stormtroopers in the Axis for defensive options. Yeah, it's pretty hard to have, well, it's not hard, but it's hard to play defensively when you have ATST occupying one of your slots. You can't just play it to cycle, so you have to play other cards to cycle, but those other cards are your defensive cards. So that's why I hesitated here and I'm floating a lot of energy. That's not a good thing, but yeah, my response was slow. Vader goes down bot lane. I'm in middle lane. I'm trying to defend the middle push and the top push. I let the turret absorb the rebel troopers because they don't do too much damage, but that was probably a mistake. You know, the turrets are your most valuable. I mean, they're the win condition, so you kind of want to keep them alive. I let the light tank here. I dropped Stormtroopers to make sure the light tank doesn't aggro on the turret. Cassian is wailing on me, and I do have the probe droid to stall for a bit, so hopefully I can come back in time. In the meantime, you can see Vader's having difficulty staying alive. Cassian kills Vader. This is 2 melee versus a range and a melee, and you know, boy is Cassian ranged. I'm just regenerating energy here. I dropped the Axis mid to help Mauser defend the center push, and I'm gonna drop a stun grenade again to finish off so we can kill both heroes. Vader gets a double kill off of that with the help of my Deoxys and my stun grenade. I drop an ATST bottom because that's the one we have the most chip on, and hopefully take advantage of it while they're dead. Vader died but respawned. We get some more chip off. They weren't able to respond with the Yeti or anything like that. Or they did. They had a Yeti. So that's what melted my ATSD so quickly. We only got like maybe 3 shots off, so their bottom turret is about half health. So at this point we are kind of winning. I dropped Bladesman with the hopes of getting some damage on Cassian. That was probably a mistake. Bladesmen are some of my better responses to the light tank, and I wasted them on nothing basically. They went there chasing a hero and they didn't get it. Snowfire rushes in as he tends to do, and it's a good thing to do as Luke, but we were able to counter him. Luckily Mauser had his Bladesman on rotation up top to kill that light tank earlier. I run in, sacrifice my buy, tank for the ATSC, the ATSC gets the damage. I hope to respond in time to save top turret, because at this point we're winning. Vader goes in, he stuns them to stop the DPS, and looks like we're gonna win this game. And yeah, you see, so sometimes the clock doesn't sync with the game being played, so you're at 0-0-0 and the game's still playing. You're like, and you can still lose. So don't stop playing until the victory screen or defeat screen pops up, because you can still win or lose even if it says 0-0-0 sometimes. So at this point we're at 2-2 now. That was 4 games. We're match 2-2. This is game 5. Alright, again, I have ATSC in the starting hand, so again, this is a fairly offensive hand. I do have Probe Droid and Stormtroopers. I mean, the way Mauser and I play, our pushes are centered around ATSCs. We do not have any other offensive cards. We can get turret damage with our heroes, which are both tanky and do decent DPS, and we can do it also with Devorian Blazeman. But we tend to use virtually every other card we have in our possession as defensive cards. So I dropped a Deoxys mid in order to deal with that push, and Mauser is able to distract that light tank top. So far they haven't been able to get chipped that we haven't noticed. But there we go. There's a light tank up top. It's okay. It's already mostly hurt, so it dies to the turret. And we're in good shape so far, but we don't have much damage on their turret either. So and they have much more health than us. So Cassidy's able to take out Vader. He's able to harass me as well. I drop an ATST bot in hopes of just tanking the attack. It's probably not the best use, and there you go. You see a light tank, virtually uncontested, take the top tower. Snowfire and MrRush do an excellent job throughout this series of splitting our attention and basically just forcing us to commit defense to one lane and then attacking in the other. And there you see an excellent X-wing by one of the two that takes out an entire counter push in the bottom lane. So just a reminder, we're tied 2-2 in the series right now of 11 games that we played today. So that's 4 of the 11, and they have a turret and we have virtually no damage down on turrets. They have a Yeti immediately, they already have a Yeti in response to the 2 ATSCs we plot down. They plot down the other one, we were able to kill it down the middle lane. We killed the other one, but we only have half an ATST left at that point. They have, again, the tank split damage. I don't know if that was me or Mauser, I didn't catch it, who dropped the probe droid there. Not good. The probe droid's DPS is pretty much garbage and is much better used to tank a mob, and its explosive abilities is what makes it a good card. It's not good in and of itself. So they have a double tank push in the bot lane. I try to drop their access to help out. We're in big trouble right now. They've got a turret on us. They've got damage in the middle turret. They're going to get the middle turret. We have just the top turret, and time is up and we lose the game. So at this point, it is 2-3 in favor of MrRush and Snowfire. This is game 6, so it's 2-3 in favor of MrRush and Snowfire. This is game 6. I believe we lose this game also, so we actually do drop down 2-4 before we start winning again, if I'm not mistaken.
Hello?
Again, I have ATSC in the starting hand. I dropped Stormtroopers, so I'm not floating too much energy. They've got a Grenadier and Sniper deployed. They've got a Yeti in response to our ATST. Alright, I catch the light tank this time, the split, luckily, and I put a Bladesman on it. I put the probe droid there, and that's not a bad placement of the probe droid. He's going to be able to get his explosion damage down on the tank. It's probably not ideal, so I basically just committed 6 energy to counter the 6 energy tank. But that's not bad. It's just energy neutral. Put an energy net on to disrupt Cassian and the Yeti, and we're able to take out MrRush as well as the Yeti, the Gagoran, I should say. Alright, so we've got a good amount of chip damage down off the top turret with that ATSC push because we were able to distract the Gagoran. They got another Gagoran in response. I got a probe droid in the midst of them. This is okay. I die, but our defense is still up, and I'm not floating any energy. Snowfire's pushing up top. We are countering that push well. The Gagarin is still alive, but that Yeti, I mean the probe droid will eliminate it. I don't quite kill the sniper. MauserTeleri is keeping himself alive and doing work. Again, we're still in good position here, but we're starting to lose health. I trap Cassian with my Bladesman with the energy net and get him killed. That's what I wanted to do. They do get a wave off bot, and here again, as I said before, they do an excellent job of splitting our attention. Or I should say, yeah, they do an excellent job, and we do a terrible job. So they do an excellent job of splitting our attention with their heroes, and then deploying units elsewhere to get damage on our turrets, while we respond, and we don't adequately respond to their pushes, and they're able to get damage off of it. We do get a turret with an ATST top, but they have a massive push center. We are able to counter it with the Sand Troopers. The Sand Troopers do work for us there and clear out their wave. We drop an ATST bot with the hopes that we're able to get damage on there. They drop Yeti and a tank top. I got a probe droid in the midst of them. I'm stalling this. This is good. They didn't catch us unawares. I do think we lose this game though, but still, nonetheless, this is better played than our previous game, at least, because we were able to catch some of the the back doors. Again, okay, here we go. We don't secure the health pack. That allows Snowfire ample health to distract us, if at the very least, and get some damage on our turrets. Cassian kills Vader. They've got a Yeti pushing center. They've got a Yeti pushing top. I die to the Gagarin. Vader is dead as well. Vader gets himself up, but look at the damage that Gagarin was able to put. Snowfire is wailing in our center turret, where we pull a stun on him to try and stall. I put a stun on him as well, and I don't use my ability. I don't know why. That was a big mistake there. I have my ability here, my active ability, and I could have used it to prevent some of the damage, clear out some of those units, lock down Snowfire longer, but I didn't use it, and that cost us the game. So at this point, we are 2-4 in favor of Snowfire and MrRush. And you see I didn't get the thumbs up? That's because I let Mauser down. Not really, I ended it. I'm sure he gave me the thumbs up, but I ended the clip before he gave it to me. Okay, so this is game 7. We've played 6 games so far. MauserTeleri and I have won 2. MrRush and Snowfire have won 4. They've played very well. Okay, again, I have ATSC in the starting hand. This is a with a net and the Sand Trooper. It's a good starting hand. I think it's very flexible for response. I drop Sand Trooper in the bottom lane, so I'm not floating energy. That's gonna set up my slow push. Once my energy builds back up, I'm dropping ATSD. I do that. Mauser is commanding the center lane defense, and he sees that tank up top. He puts a probe droid to beat it. I get the energy net to pull the Yeti away from my ATST. It doesn't quite work, but that's okay. I'm not floating a lot of elixir. I got some damage down on that turret. Mauser's in position to defend bottom lane. I'm in position to defend middle. Mauser drops a probe droid, and that's going to clear out his center push. They drop an X-wing, but doesn't really clear anything that wasn't going to die anyways. That wasn't much of a good X-wing use. I take a health pack to regenerate, so that's good. At least I got the health pack in case Snowfire tries to rush in again. Plus I needed it. I mean, let's be real. I had no health. We get Cassian down. Even with K2, I die. That was probably unnecessary. I could have backed off there after getting the Cassian kill. That's okay. I come back with full health. They're not able to get a push off in my death. That's the number one concern, is they don't get a push off. They got a light tank pushing down bottom lane. I put a probe droid to stall that light tank preemptively. I do that because I didn't want to float energy. And then I go in there and I take it, so I don't know what I was doing, but it's okay. I misplaced that ATSD. That ATSD, I wanted to go down bottom lane while everything was distracted. I use this energy net and my ability to get some damage down. I put a Devorian blade on the thing, and I'm dead. So we're getting some chip damage down with the ATST. I call for Mauser to help out bot, because there you go, you see me, I died. He's able to respond in time. They don't get any chip damage off with that tank. We're winning pretty well right now. You see that they have half a turret and they haven't touched us yet. They haven't touched our things yet. So I placed another sand trooper in the bottom lane. Again, it's going to start off a slow push. I put a probe droid to absorb Snowfire and the Chewbacca, or the Wookiee warrior. I got stormtroopers and bladesmen up front. I drop an energy net to trap Luke. Cassian kills Mauser. They have an X-wing down that does a lot of work against our push, but I drop an AT-ST down while I kill their tank. So they have very little defense now. I probably should have actually rushed in and killed myself there, but I go ahead and take a health pack. Again, that's okay. We get this turret with the AT-ST push, and that's what wins us the game. They're unable to push in the 9 seconds that they have left. This was a very conservatively played game. We only get 1 tower, but that's all we need to win. And we were able to present largely all the damage done to our towers by being aware of the split push. A big adjustment there is that Mauser took control of center defense while I was in control of the push. I think that was able to I think that worked out better. I'm not sure if that's a champion, I mean a hero thing, or just our roles, but I did enjoy that role better. Okay, so at this point we are 3-4 in favor of MrRush and Snowfire. We've played 7 games. This is game 8. Okay, so in the first game in many games, I don't have AT-ST in my starting hand. I've got 2 utility cards and a Stormtrooper card. Alright, so Mauser drops his AT-ST. I drop units to defend. I've used an energy net to pull the Yeti close to my defensive, my supporting troops and myself as well. So I'm able to get damage down the Yeti. Our AT-ST does a little bit of damage to the tower. I collect our health pack from the damage I took. There is a small push top. It's just 2 Pathfinders. We're not too concerned with that. The Pathfinders will get some damage down, but they are not a large threat to towers in and of themselves. I waste an energy net there on a Yeti that was already dead. There you go. They have a light tank that does get chipped down, but Vader's able to, Mauser's able to tank some of it and also get his Devorians down on it. He kills Cassian. Yeah, we get much better at locking down the hero, Snowfire and MrRush's Luke and Cassian respectively, and that allows us much more flexibility to respond. I mean to push because they're unable to respond. I let the tower tank it here because I didn't want to take damage to these rebel troopers. We don't have any health packs. I drop an AT-ST bottom and I support it. Mauser also has an AT-ST, so we have double AT-ST going on bottom. I use my ability, use an energy net with my Devorians killing Snowfire and doing a lot of damage to one of the Gagorans. We're still in good position here. You can see that Vader has low health. That's he's picked up by Cassian. I aggro the Gagoran and I let my Sand Trooper take him out, but I do die, and they have a light tank mid and a light tank bot now. Mauser's able to counter the light tank mid, but Snowfire is using his body to push top and tank for his units there. So he does die, but he's able to get a lot of turret damage down with his units that he was able to tank for momentarily. I drop an AT-ST bot. Cassian was able to pick off Vader. I get that tower. We have 30 seconds left. This is a desperate defense at this point. Again, Cassian is laying down the hurt on Vader, but I was unable to finish off him this time. The probe droid stalls middle lane while Vader goes recover health. I use my ability, finish off Snowfire. He's not able to push off of that. They drop an X-Wing, but that's largely ineffective. So we've got Devorians to counter that marksman, and we're able to win, but this margin was smaller. As you can see, we had 2 turrets, top and bottom, almost hurt, but we did take out their turret. So again, we win by a 1-turn advantage, and we just played defensively after we took our turret. And that's the key here. one turret wins are still wins. You don't have to oversell it. Oh, this is a bonus game here. So this is actually a bonus game. This is actually I don't want to show this game. It's not part of the series. Okay, this game. So we are at this point we are tied up at 4-4 apiece. That was 8 games. There will be 3 more. Yeah, this is a long video. I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and put down some notes in the description of when each game starts, so you don't have to, so you guys can see and start each game yourself, and if you like a particular game, you can rewatch it. Yeah, I haven't gotten the hang of video editing or anything like that, so I don't splice my videos or anything. I just play them out. So I started out with ATST and Sandtrooper pushed bottom. That's pretty standard. I died to the Gagarin, and we don't get a lot of damage down on their turret, but we get some. We haven't done anything. They haven't got anything on us yet, and Snowfire's pretty hurt. I drop a probe droid to counter their push, and Snowfire wisely moves out of the way, so he doesn't get caught by the probe droid explosion. But their push is stalled in the bottom lane. Mauser's having difficulty with Cassian, currently harassing him, but we do manage to take out the light tank with little issue. We locked down Cassian there with stuns, and we were able to knock him out. I kind of wasted energy net there, but it's 1 energy, so if I do have to waste anything, that's the least impactful one that to play on accident or play in waste. It'll regenerate soon enough. They are able to snipe Vader. I think that's a misplay. I really do. Because they're not able to get a push off it, so they spend 3 energy, kill Vader, basically give him full health, and in the meantime, he just spawns back again. So you can see there, it's probably not a good idea for them to have done that. They shouldn't have used the X-Wing there just to kill Vader, and it was basically a favor to us. Again, drop an ATSC down bottom lane. We got some chip off, but we aren't able to do too much damage. I dropped Devorians and able to hopefully get some more damage down on Luke, but we don't quite kill him. I'm not actually sure how Cassian died there. I didn't catch that, but Cassian died. We got Luke as well, but the downside here is both Vader and I are very, very hurt. I get a stun down on the Gagarin, and it's almost dead. The turret takes down Chewbacca, or the Wookiee warrior, and we'll have no problem taking down the Gagarin also. But Snowfire is in there tanking the turret with his very, very tanky Luke. I try to pull him away with the energy net, and then try to kill this tank, but the tank was able to take down our turret. And that wasn't a backdoor play or anything like that. That was just very good play on Snowfire's part. He's able to take our turret. So we even it up. We got a turret on the other side. They've got more damage on our top turret than we have on theirs, though. They've got a light tank there and a sniper. I energy net to get some more damage down on Luke, and I lock him down with the stun. I don't get the kill here. His DPS is massive. Again, I kill Cassian. Again, I'm not quite sure how. Mauser cleans up Luke. They've got a Gagarin on middle turret, and I spawn in time to make sure that they don't get too much damage on it. Mauser is pretty hurt. He grabs some health potions, so he's better off. They got 2 Yetis here in defense, so those 2 Yetis absolutely melt the ATSC, and this is a misplay on our part. I think we were able to clean one Yeti, but Mauser places an ATSC right into this huge wave of defense. I'm able to clear it with Callus's active ability, but not before they lay huge amounts of damage down the ATSC. So that was kind of just a waste of Mauser's energy. And that was a draw. So at this point, we're at 4 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. That was 9 games played. And as I said earlier, so I made a mistake. We did play 11 games. It was 5-5-1, but I didn't record the final 2 games. So this recording session will only be those 9 games that we just saw. I apologize for the confusion. I recorded it before I actually even counted how many games I had recorded, and so the entire time I was recording it, I was under the misconception of how many games that I had recorded. And then, so for this, I just re-recorded it, and then I put a voiceover at the end to correct myself. But that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something from it. I do actually enjoy 2v2's more than 1v1's. It's very fun if you can find somebody you enjoy playing with. So that's it. Have a nice day, guys. I'll catch you guys next time.